Anish, and I just wanted to go live and talk about the fact that what is the age? There's a weird thing, right, where over a certain age, people still have their ringers on, and they're unaware that you can silence the phone from ringing, and it doesn't answer it, and it does like you don't need to let it ring out. You don't need to do that, right?
Yeah, that's a problem for my dad. He's probably
you know what I'm saying? They let it ring, and they're not going to answer it. They're like, just let it ring. It's like you just hit the little button on the side.
Well, the best thing is when you do it for them, they think you've done something that's otherworldly.
Like
yeah,
right,
great,
right.
Great fun.
But it's not just old people anymore. Remember, there was a thing. I forget what team it was. Somebody's phone. Maybe it was a Colorado team. I think it was. It was one of Dan's teams. Somebody's phone rang in a team meeting, and he like threw him out. And I remember you saying something like, What 20-year-old's phone has a ringer on?
Exactly. This is real.
So I'm wondering
stuff.
if there's now like a little like we're in the band that like doesn't.
I can't. There it is. I was hoping that it would happen.
That was
so an earthquake suddenly hit New Jersey.
North.
Did
you feel it? Did you feel it, Anish?
Let's pray for everybody's safety in the
I got
Northeast.
a new desk. I assembled a new desk in my office, and my mic is on an arm. Oh, now it's stuck, Anish. Now it's where it belongs. My mic is on an arm, right? And it used to clamp to the desk, but this desk, you know how you buy something new and it's like there's not a little overhang. It can't clamp on it. So now it's just precariously set up. And
this won't happen again. It's not going to happen again. I'm sure we're all clear now.
That's what this happened pre-show, and Jay was like, "Let me put this back exactly where it was before."
I don't have any other choice. It's that, or I hold it up like a caveman.
He's got a piece of masking tape across the top of it.
We're getting there. That's going to be the next. You're going to see a bunch of gray like duct tape holding my microphone.
Well, duct tape would work, but the masking tape, that's all you got handy. You got to do what you got. Scotch tape or masking tape.
I like how you say that like disparagingly. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with if I tape it. What other way is there to make something stay where you want it to stay? I don't know any.
Glue, super glue.
Super glue. Exactly. That works too. That's a long-term
answer. Super glue.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just hold it. I'm not an animal. Okay.
Gorilla glue would be even better than super glue because it's got a little more body to it.
You love a little more body.
I do. I love it.
I couldn't tell if he was talking about the consistency or like the mouthfeel of it. Like as he was drinking, it's a full-bodied glue. it's like
you don't drink your glue.
This paste eater over here.
That's right. By the way, I think I see a potential name change here in the notes and comments over here.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of handsome hour, Chris Harder says so hot. So the so hot hour, does that flow off your tongue?
No.
It makes me think of what's the so hot?
I hate it. Couldn't hate it more. You've never had a worse idea.
It's not my idea. It's Chris Harder's idea. I like it.
And Chris is
Chris. It is so hot. It's so hot in here. Get this hot tub.
Welcome to the Handsome Hour. It's the bi-week Handsome Hour. We start off talking about the little things that bother us, like it's a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up bit, like people who leave their phone ringers on.
What grinds my gears?
It's
what grinds my.
Oh my God, he said it. I have a topic. This is how prepared we are. I wanted to talk about how much I enjoy James Franklin losing. I know Anish is the resident James Franklin defender here.
Yeah, he loves him.
But
I'll lead into the bit. Sure, I'll lead into the bit.
I said this to you guys in our chat. Anish is all about tiers. He loves saying this coach in this tier. He loves this, and ranking things
exactly.
in.
Yes, both of them. Yes.
Well, but I think so. I was saying to you guys, and Anish, I feel like you'll appreciate this sort of analysis. I feel like he has found a new tier. Right? You've got the teams that contend. Right? And I was going to do some work and some research, but I didn't.
Right.
He's won 11 or more 5 times in his like 12 years in Happy Valley. Right? Now, I bet if we looked up the teams that have won 11 or more games 5 times in the last 12 years, every one of them probably has a national title or a national title game appearance or, I don't know, a conference title or two. And he does more than just beat the teams he's supposed to beat and lose the teams that he's not supposed to beat. He has found this weird like tier of like, they're really good teams. They're really talented.
They're elite.
They beat the hell out. And what's weird is the falling on the face only seems to happen during home whiteout national television.
It's awesome.
Like
so good.
Anish and I were at and I don't think you were there for some reason, that opener, when we were trying to figure out if Purdue would play it on Thursday, and they did, and it was a season opener a few years ago against Penn State. And that came down to the wire. Purdue played a great game and lost like 35-31. Penn State had a game-winning drive at the end, like a competent football program. And that's what they do, right? They win those games, and they look like the team they should look like. And then it comes to these, and they're getting creative. At least this time they were down 2 touchdowns and came back against Oregon, which is pretty impressive. And then they find a way to throw a awful back-breaking pick. I don't know.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was so much fun.
There was so much joy, right? When that happened, you were like, what? There's an interception. And it was like first down in overtime. It wasn't even like it was.
Well, it happened, right? Were there back-to-back? Is that right?
Back-to-back what?
Picks back-to-back?
No.
In overtime. I don't think so. No, they showed a what?
That was the
replay. Yeah, right away. That was the thing.
It looks exactly the same.
Yes, that was great.
He has perfected the winning every game that he's supposed to and losing every elite game, like losing every high stakes game that matters.
But he like wins. You can't win 11 plus without winning even some games that maybe were toss ups.
Yeah, sure. He'll go to a ranked Iowa and win. You know what I mean? But like the big dogs, Michigan State, Michigan and Ohio State, like when they are rolling, like
it feels like you went after Iowa, like just needlessly, right?
I listen. It's a bye week. I had nothing to do this weekend,
right?
And Kirk Ferentz is right there. He's still there. The all-time winningest coach in the Big Ten of all time, all time. Kirk Ferentz defines Big Ten football, and that is why I hate him so much.
Yes. He must be stopped.
20
what?
He can only stop himself at this point.
Didn't he go in there like 99? Something like that? Wouldn't that sound about right?
Yeah. It sounds
years
right.
old? Oh, 1999.
I graduated from Purdue in 1999.
Right.
Just to give you some perspective.
You're dealing with early Tiller years. That tells you how long it is.
And he's still there, and oh god,
just no less happy, no more happy.
Never looked happy.
Never
seen him look happy.
Doesn't matter the situation.
But Franklin,
I don't ask them for anything, and those jerks they screwed me this weekend. I don't bet on it, but I just wanted to see Iowa come through, just do something fun.
Never. They'll never do that
because the fact they had I'm not going to call what's his name, Gronowski. I'm not going to call him a serviceable quarterback, an almost serviceable starter. And then he's good. I don't know about that. Boy, that's a leap. But his backup looked like me out there. Like he came in and you're like, oh, he's not going to complete anything. This is not going to be good. They need something. He's going to airmail it. He's going to throw it at somebody's shoelaces. It's going to be
Wait, are we talking about now? I don't make a habit of memorizing Iowa quarterbacks, but you're talking about their regular starter. Or you're talking about the backup.
The backup.
Their starter is. Let's put it in the context of Iowa.
I made fun of both, but yeah.
Well, but he's been for Iowa, man. He's putting points up. No,
and he was a good transfer. He's a very good transfer get. He probably shouldn't have gone to Iowa. That's a waste of his life. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. It's okay.
But every time one of these quarterbacks makes that mistake, I'm like, what are you doing? You know where you're going. You know what you're getting into, right? If it were my son,
the only dumber thing is receivers going to Iowa.
Well, that's why we had a solution for that for a couple of years.
We did. It was really good. The pipeline worked.
It was great. It was really great. It was fun, or it was not that it was fun. I had an easier time empathizing with just the on-field performance of James Franklin in the age when Matt Painter was it was a lock that we would top 3 in the Big Ten, top 3 in the Big Ten, Sweet 16, and we're out. Where it's like, I know what that is. I know what rooting for that kind of a team is. I know that we are always going to be good. We are never going to be irrelevant. We are always going to be in the top 15 or the top 16, and then just kind of fizzle out, at the end.
I see. You were feeling a little like
exactly. Now there are
stones.
Hey, exactly. There's an empathy there. Now there are 2 key differences. One, Matt Painter is not a piece of garbage person. He's not a garbage pail person. That's great. And the second is that he overcame. He knows how to do this now. We haven't talked recruiting on the site in years, and I don't think that is going to change. But man, he's got that program humming. And so it's like, it's incredible. Like, and so I don't have to worry about that at all. So now I can just feel free to just dislike James Franklin and everything, all of the decisions that program does to make sure that they don't win a single game. And again, like we talked about that, it was at home. I have a full page of text from my Penn State buddy who is like,
he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
That's the thing. We say this every time. You go to Penn State, you're almost guaranteed to have a great time. It is an unbelievable experience. That rickety
tailgates.
That rickety old stadium is huge.
Moves.
Oh, it moves, and everybody wears the shirts, and everybody's into it, and it is a quintessential college sports experience. It's the online Penn State fans that you should just like completely disregard. And it's like in front of them every time he just trips over himself. Franklin can't help it. And it's hilarious.
I love it.
It's very much hilarious. And it makes no sense. He's got everything on paper. Everything makes sense. I know some of the scheme could probably be adjusted. Like Drew Aller, I don't think he's a great quarterback.
He's not.
But like, he's, again, fine. He's serviceable. You should be able to win with him.
So the play-by-play team kept talking about how much of a big, strong man he was. They're just like, oh, he's so strong. I just want to feel his muscles. Look at him. Look at that back. It's broad. That's for holding things. He's brawny. I was like, what are you guys talking about? Am I wrong? I felt like I heard it 5 times. Well, this is when, like, I didn't even like having the volume on, but there I was listening to this garbage. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just blew it out of proportion. But I heard at least 2 or 3 times.
No, because they broadcasters often have like a few notes and a few points
about they
right?
binge. Yeah.
And even if they've got more than that, it's a human nature thing. You've been in meetings too, where someone keeps making the same point over and over, and you're like,
I've caught myself saying that. I've caught myself doing the thing where it's like, I've said this phrase 40 times today, and I keep doing it.
But you can't be selective because some things you have to say over and over.
Yes, I agree. That's what I was going to say.
Sometimes you have to say it's like, stay on message and repeat this to people till they get it.
That's not one of those for me.
No.
That's not. It wasn't that great of a message. It wasn't something that really resonates with the viewers. Like, oh man, Drew Aller, very strong. Okay, I'm going to leave here with that. That's the thing I'm going to talk about.
By the way, there's multiple comments on Anish's hair. I don't know if they're taunting you or complimenting Anish.
Here's the thing. I know. I mean, they said, like, I've heard different things. Anish's hair looks great. It's it's a little off. I saw it. Mine is consistent.
It's true. So, you are a much more consistent performer.
You are a regular. You know what you're going to get.
It's like when you go to the firing range, you practice. You want a cluster, and that's what I'm doing. It's a tight cluster. I
don't remember who said this. It was an announcer that said this about a running back, but it's often repeated. It is like, if you need 2 yards, the guy's going to get you 3 yards. If you need 8 yards, guy's going to get you 3 yards.
Yep.
He is. It's perfect.
I didn't see that coming. That was good.
It's very consistent. Very consistent.
That's exactly me.
Let's just be real though. Here, Jay is a stealth. Like, nobody has sandbagged for years that he had a fantastic head of hair until the pandemic hit and Jay Money grew it out. And it's like, wow, what's going on? Where the heck did that come from?
I'm pretty sure it's like a perma wig.
You think he went to Istanbul?
Yeah,
he went to Turkey?
Yeah, exactly. Whatever it took, he was going to do it. I mean, when you've got unlimited funds and you have ambition, what can you do? What can't you do?
What can't you do? Correct.
Yeah. I gotta live up to all the need. Much like when we're out in public and Anish gets noticed and I don't. This is the same thing.
It's amazing
going on right here. My hair is glorious, and
it is great hair.
It's a great hair. It's a great head of hair. I do have to say.
And I'm doing the thing in the camera where it's backwards, so I'm pulling it
the wrong way.
This comment I threw up. I had this up before. Watching the blank stare on Jimmy Franklin, pretty funny. Jimmy Franklin's face after a top 10 loss never gets old. He does look shell shocked. Like I don't know if you saw that, but he was just standing out at midfield, just like slack jawed, like he doesn't know because he's probably thinking, "What am I going to say now?
Right?
What do I say about this? How do I?"
I would love to say I feel bad, but I don't at all feel bad for that guy.
No, I was there with Paint because I can empathize with the program that he's running. He kind of sucks. He's a guy that sucks. It's not great. And so it would be like, so here's a guy
The guy.
that turned it around this weekend that I am a fan of, Kalen DeBoer. Get out of here.
You're
Kalen DeBoer, I
close.
mean, like,
You're close.
get out of here with that Bert.
Well, did you see the stat? Isn't he like 9-1 against
Georgia? I think he's what was it, 9-1 against Georgia, or
against like top 10 teams or something absurd, and 5-5 against everybody else.
Oh my gosh!
Over the last couple of years or whatever,
Yeah.
it was something like that.
He's got a little bit of Marcus Freeman type thing happening there. Marcus Freeman's usually isolated the first third of the season where they have the big
trip a little.
Yeah, the trip. But it's a similar thing. DeBoer is a good coach. Good coach. And that's the thing. Every time they start rumbling about, we're gonna give his massive buyout, we're gonna find a way to get out of it. I'm like, please
take him. We'll take him.
Exactly. Like regardless, I mean, there's lots of talk about Odom taking every job that comes up.
I know, it's hilarious.
We've documented it. So
I mean, it made me look it up. Franklin's contract is worth $85 million.
That's a Jimmy Sexton special. There's nobody that does it better.
Nobody that does him a couple times because of the threat that they could lose him. And at some point you have to stop extending him, don't you? At some point you have to say, like,
but this is the line that you guys, or that we all dislike, I think, which is that like when it's kind of said, but it also, there is a bit of truth to it, which is, who are you going to get? Who is Penn State going to get that's better than Franklin? And what job is Franklin going to get that's better than Penn State?
Right.
It's like
on Franklin's side, right. He was flirting with USC last time, right? And is that rhyme?
And I have always said that USC is a great job, and man, it might be a thing where it's not as good. Like, I might be living in the past now. Like, it might be Oregon that's the great job out west. And I mean,
it's way better than USC right now.
Well, but like that's the thing. It's like we've talked about so many things. Anish always used the term infrastructure, but I mean, I would just say,
money.
Well, they just have coffers,
boatloads of money, and they're using it well. And they've got a coach who's did the right mix of insane and a good coach.
I've got news, guys, and you don't hear me say things like this, so you may want to. This is breaking.
Sit down.
Yeah, I kind of have grown to maybe be okay with Dan Lanning.
Wow, this is a big
deal because I hate everybody. You guys,
I'm an unabashed Dan Lanning fan because
I know. I think I'm a Dan Lanning fan now. Because I think he's not canned at all. I think it's all real.
Oh, that's true.
And that's something that I really like, people that are real. Like James Franklin's the opposite of that. I think he's all syrup and garbage, and I don't have any time for it. But Lanning, he's like you said, a little weird, but very real. He's clearly, he's an amazing motivator, great X's and O's guy. I mean,
and he leans into I started to really like him when all the hype was around Deion in Colorado. And if anybody said anything, even like, "Hey, we're going to give him our best game," Deion would be like in their face after the game, talking smack to him. And Lanning talked to his team before the game and was like, "We're going to end this right now. This is going to be the end of this." Love it. Like, and they went out there and just destroyed them. Yeah. And I love that. Oh my gosh. He doesn't shy away from it. He doesn't say that, I'm not going to say anything. Nope. We're going to come in here and crush you.
Preseason, I thought that Oregon was by far the best team in the Big Ten. I just think, they are really good. Again, it doesn't really matter except for the Big Ten title game, because now the top 4 teams of the Big Ten make the playoff anyway. So it's going to be, Oregon, Michigan, Oregon, Ohio State, and Penn State, and then somebody else. But like
Indiana.
Probably Indiana at this point. I was going to say Michigan, but that's again, that's my habit. Like, you know what I mean? It's Michigan, Ohio State, and then
Michigan. You watch
Penn
Michigan;
State,
they do not pass the eyeball test at all. Like I watch it, I'm like, man, I know the quarterback's a freshman. He's also worth $1 bazillion, and everybody pretty much demands him to be great right away. That's fun because he's not that great, and they've mortgaged everything with that. So good. So the other thing is, guess what? Their coach isn't that great, and their situation isn't that great. They keep bringing suspensions back up because it was bad. What happened there?
What I think is happening is that they knew that sanctions were coming.
Oh yeah,
and they're just like, Sharon Moore, he's a he's a Michigan guy and he's relatively inexpensive and he's a good face in front of the camera. Like he's a generally good person, good dude. Like let's just put him out there. Let's wait this out,
See how it
and
goes.
then exactly, and then after all of this settles down, then
And then they beat Ohio State last year, which
hilarious.
kept him. Yeah, I mean that's
So
for a
good.
while. That's all you got to
Oh,
do.
I mean, like it's like imagine that win for us, which would be if IU goes to win a title, but Purdue beat, or at least let's say go to the Final Four, and Purdue is the one that beats them at the end of the year. Though
gosh.
it's like, yeah, I'll take it. It's like, we're trash.
beating this Indiana team.
Exactly, we are a trash pile team, and we took great.
Can you imagine the amping up of the Odom name in coaching lists if he were to even win a couple more and one's IU?
I mean, he'll appear. He is one of those that appears on lists because he is a safe choice, but is like he ain't going.
Let me ask you this though: why is his name? You've sent us at least 3, 4 lists that he's been on.
I'd say up near past 5 now.
I was going to say it now. Oklahoma State. What is it? Arkansas. I've seen him kind of on.
I'm counting articles.
Did we see him on Florida's list? No.
Yes.
Was there a Florida list too? Dang.
But let me ask you this: why does his name come up this many times? And legit on all those lists, Signetti's never on it.
I have no clue.
I don't understand that.
I don't get it either.
I mean, like again, this is not a bit. We used to do the Tom Allen thing, but it's like, he's a great coach. Man.
He is a great coach.
Do you guys think that's the stink of the history of Indiana football affecting it? Like people are like, you don't go to Indiana for a football coach. Do you think
it's still this is a lightning in a bottle. Like there's no way that he replicates this again. Like type
it's
of
reasonable
thing.
to think that.
I mean,
I think it's the exact opposite situation at IU because I'm like, man, if you can win there, you can win anywhere.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Goodness gracious! Like maybe there's something that we don't know about that. And I really don't know the answer here, but maybe there's something about the way his agent has handled things the last few seasons and just says, no, he's not taking calls right now at all. I don't know. I don't think that's it because you have a lot of dumb media types that are just talking out of their ass when they're talking about their coaching list, right?
So it's not necessarily talking out of their ass. What they're doing is they're getting texts from agents. That's it. Like they're getting texts from agents and who do you because talking out your ass is what I do, where I'm like, if I was somebody,
does that mean Odom's agents shopping him?
Who knows? Who knows?
I got a niche there.
Well,
no, absolutely. That there's anytime you see these lists, the names are on there for a reason. Now, if we are making the list, I make these lists using logic and history. That's wild.
Right. And you also you're smart. You also go into recruiting regions, things like that, where they have good relationships. You do a lot of that. It's pretty good. Because a couple of times I've had some great ideas and you told me they were dumb. You were wrong. They were great ideas.
I would do that no matter what, man.
Exactly.
Don't worry about that.
For the sport.
What I'm here for.
Yeah, exactly. This man could split the atom, and I would still say,
idiot,
hey, moron. Yeah. But really quickly on the Sig point, like I think he is one of those where if he is hired or if he takes a different job, which I actually think is unlikely, I think he sticks with Indiana for a while because he is a stubborn SOB. But like, I think that it will be quiet and out of nowhere. I don't think that you will hear his name rumbled about like anywhere. I think he's just going to go. He is a very decisive person. Like he is a guy that doesn't make, it doesn't seem like he's going to leak or like his agent is going to leak it. So to me,
just so you know, and he's 8 years, $72 million contract, $8 million annually right now. That's big money. Signetti.
That's a lot of money.
I mean,
it's a lot of money, but let's be real honest. It is worth it. First part. Second part is there are a lot of programs that are paying more.
But so you got to offer him $10 million a year.
Yeah, you've got to go to that $100 million thing. And I think somebody would. Yeah. I think somebody would.
It's the Kalen DeBoer contract, which is that why would you leave Washington? Again, Washington's a better job than IU, obviously, but it's like you've got to make him one of the highest paid. You've got to give him a great job. Like you've got to pursue with a great job. You got to pursue with Oklahoma and have $9 to $10 million a year. Like ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like we said, oil money throws everything off, and there's oil money at a lot of the places that have openings right now, so that's a big deal. And billionaires who are, it's either a pet project or their alums also can throw things out, but there's a lot of that in the situations that are available right now.
Yeah. Afmos ND, I don't know who that is, says, don't you think IU has told Sig that they'll match any offers? Maybe and that has leaked out there. And maybe Sig likes having a fan base that is desperate for him. I'm sure he likes the love he receives. I don't know if IU would have said we're going to match anything. I don't. I mean, that's a poor way to run a business. If you're telling them that,
it's what Purdue did with Jeffy. It's what Purdue did with Brom.
You think they told him?
Yeah, I think they were just like. I think Babinski was like, "Come to us with this," and like everything
that was leaked, right?
Yeah,
which I think is absolutely fair. And there's that was kind of a situation.
Come to us with an offer. Give us a chance to match it is different from we're going to match anything anybody gives you because
that's fair. That's fair.
I think,
fair.
But
I mean that's a distinction. Yeah.
Before we go any further, I don't want to go too much further without thanking our sponsors. Boiled Out is sporting and Anish is sporting.
Ixnay on the t-shirt.
You can get a lot of t-shirts at Home Field Apparel.
Yes.
And for a lot of different schools, Purdue ones are the best. And the Beaver Cleaner. What does that one say that you have? Beaver what?
Oh, was it Beaver Fever?
Beaver Fever. I legit can't remember every time.
Yeah.
I know it says Beavers at the top. And Boiled Out is out of frame. Beaver Captures, Beaver Attractor. I don't know what it is.
The first one you said was
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The tape will say it. And someone. Oh yeah.
So go to Home Field. Tell them Boiled Sports sent you. And when you're on campus or near campus or leaving Ross-Ade or Mackey, someone asked in the comments if we can talk about basketball because it's a bye week. Of course,
we can touch on it. Sure, why not?
Talk anything you want. Then you should take a 5 to 7 minute walk from Victory and turn at the fire station and go into AJ's. And also tell them Boiled Sports sent you because we love that that he gets to hear that all the time. He seems to appreciate it. He doesn't seem tired of it yet.
Yeah. He legit. I mean, that's a cool thing. He sends me texts when people tell it. It's pretty cool.
AJ is great. You're not going to be disappointed. Never disappointed. That should be like
always leave me smiling and satisfied.
Right. There's so many things you could say. And kind of walking out like
it's kind of the opposite of our tagline, which is always disappointed.
Exactly.
We will leave you bloated but still hungry somehow.
I told you the one that was my favorite that I had on the site.
Over promising and under delivering for almost 20 years.
On the site, I had the epitome of unpleasant. Somebody called it.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that was a great one.
Was that a Notre Dame person that said that about us?
Yeah. Probably. I don't care. It was great.
Yeah, there was a time where we were just, we would go after.
Oh, that was my Monday morning ritual to write something that would just because there wasn't enough of that out there.
Right.
Calling out nonsense when you saw it. Right. Now everyone does it. Now everybody's out there with a soundbite.
Now we're like a kinder, gentler Boiled Sports.
That's right. We're getting older. It happens. So those are our sponsors. Thank you to them, and you should go patronize them. And I mean that in the good way. Don't be
patronize them in both ways. Patronize them in both ways. Like
That's
just
fine.
make sure.
Cover your
Look at you with these nice boots. Wow.
Oh, cheese curds. Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Oh man, they're delicious.
That's a different kind of patronizing.
Yeah, that's not. You can't even joke about cheese curds. So you should never joke about cheese curds. Is right up there.
I would never joke about cheese curds.
So just going back to our earlier comment, the Noodle says, "Am I not supposed to use a ringer?" Well, it depends how old you are, Noodle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thaddeus says to us that
Noodle's not the age where he needs to use a ringer yet. He's got to slow his roll a little bit.
Thaddeus says when Purdue's good, I lay in bed and listen to these the entire way through. When Purdue is bad, I fall asleep to your voices.
Either way, we get that view count, baby.
Exactly.
Smash that subscribe button.
Dude, we ride that all the way to the bank. So rich.
So many monies.
So many monies.
Let's see here. JP Boiler says the stat: a team's being blown out by 50 plus and the wheels falling off is going to be tested by this Illinois team.
Let's revisit that because I think we all agreed.
Yeah, we did.
And then,
man,
it turns out IU might just be really, 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 really good.
If Illinois ends up with like 9 wins this year or something, and
oh my gosh,
then IU is really, really good. And we knew they were good,
right? Well, we had pretty solid examples, it's hard. This is a difficult thing to get beaten that badly and to still keep your will. That's really it. But when you think of people that are motivators, listen, I got to tell you something. I must be wrong about everything I think about Bert, because he's done a couple things where I'm like, that guy's a dumbass. Like, remember a couple years ago, was it 2 seasons ago, where he was calling out his players in public? And then they turned the corner?
That was the year after Walters left. Like the first year of Walters, yeah.
Okay. So he called him out, and they turned the corner still. I was like, that's not the way to handle yourself.
Right.
I still think it's an awful way to handle yourself as a coach. And I don't understand how he gets away with that, because there's so many coaches. I mean, Lane Kiffin was, I don't know if you've heard, it was hilarious. At his Monday presser this week, he said, I'm not supposed to tell you this guy's good. I'm supposed to say he sucks. So
someone's going to buy him.
Someone's going to buy him. He used the word buy him, which is amazing. What a dumb era we're in. And then he went, I said, no, he's a great player. We love him in practice. He's a guy that's going to be really, really great for us. But it's a weird era. But Bert doesn't seem to care. He's like, yeah, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to just totally depants my dudes and come out wrong.
And Underwood does that too.
Yeah.
It's an Illinois thing.
Yeah.
Underwood has gone after his players.
But I think Bert is more pleasant. Like, there are these kind of coaches that'll rip you but still kind of be in your corner. Like I absolutely think Bert's that.
What makes you think that?
I think he's getting jovial. Maybe wait. He just jolly.
He's a jolly fellow.
I think he's just jolly. I think I'm just stereotyping the fact that
that's great.
He's a big jolly guy. There's nothing about Underwood that is redeeming to me. Like, he is one of those that is just like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
He's got all the. Everybody's had a bad car transaction. That's what I've said forever. He just reminds me of that car salesman you didn't like, and you're like, this guy's not saying anything truthfully.
Right.
It just feels like it's all. Maybe he just has a way of him that looks like he's lying even when he's telling the truth. Some people are that way.
He used to put that plaid jacket on sometimes, and I think that also added
the
really slick back hair and the plaid jacket and
it's the slick back style that he has, not just slick back hair, right? It's even.
By the way, the other thing, we got some comments on the side here. There's a few people thinking that Oklahoma State could lure a guy like Barry Odom away, and that Jerry Jones might throw money into it. I don't know how much Jerry cares about
Oklahoma. And if Jerry cares about Arkansas.
Oh, sorry,
Arkansas. Yeah, but like, that is not. Jerry is going to pick his favorite, and Barry is not a sexy kind of get. So that's not. I don't think that's there. OK State, I think he is either he has ties to Oklahoma or something. Is he from Oklahoma? Yeah,
I think so.
And so, but I don't think that.
I think that one's a sneaky, risky one because.
Well, it was interesting hearing people talk about that job, which is like comparing it to not necessarily Purdue, but but maybe it was like they were talking about Purdue and Oklahoma State, direct comparison, and saying, I'm not sure that Oklahoma State is a better job right now. And I'm like, dang, if it's that costly to not be in a Power 2 and kind of get that money, T. Boone Pickens is dead, like all of these kind of things. It's like, I guess like Oklahoma State might not be as good of a job as I thought it did, like looking from outside in, right?
I mean, here's the thing. It's cool. Like, we're talking about what we say, 4 jobs right now that are open. Is it 3 or 4?
Big jobs?
USC, yeah. Or I mean, UCLA,
UCLA, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, and Florida will be. It's not yet.
Right. So, I mean, and everybody, us included, is talking about all these, all these openings and the fun, the potential fun of, what do you call it? What season? What do you call it? Silly season?
Silly season, baby.
Yeah. So, but it's going to be, it'll be crazy because it's really already gotten kicked off at week 3. It's already kicked off. So that tells you how crazy it's going to be. And I think this is because of the nature of you better win now. I think this is just how it's going to be. So
yeah,
fun every off season. Keep the conversation going like the NFL and the NBA always try to. I mean, speaking of the NBA, real quick, I'll give a basketball update. Jaden Ivey is getting healthy and
he's back.
And there are people that got the green light to go full contact for the Pistons. And I know some of you really don't want to talk about pro basketball. I know that I've gotten that feedback, but I love the fact that, I mean, man, I like Ivy as a pro. I think he's been really, really good dude for Purdue. He comes back all the time. He's and his his attitude's awesome. I don't know if
He's
you
the
guys,
best, man.
yeah. And so I hated seeing that happen. And somebody called him one of the 2 fastest people in the NBA in an article I was reading today. So I was like, that's cool. And I believe it. Remember his strides that we can all remember a breakaway when he'd take like 2-3 strides and you're like, he just crossed 3/4 of court in 4 strides. You're like, whoa, you put so much space between you and the guy behind you. That's wild. And he's just bigger and stronger now. So.
Cool. It was so fun.
And he's a better shooter. Everything.
I'm going to go. This is what I'm going to do now after the show. I am going to go and watch Jaden Ivey Purdue highlights. Usually I watch, my weekly Carson highlights for obvious reasons. I haven't watched Jaden in a while. It's time to watch Jaden. Oh, I love him. He's so good, man.
So let's shift gears easily, effortlessly, smoothly to the current basketball program and the 3-hour practice that was kicked off on, was that Wednesday of last week. There are a lot of things if you can take from the many people that were covering that practice. The intensity seems like it's something that every time I see a video that has volume, the communication, the amount of noise that's being made is awesome. Brian Newbert said this group this summer was having the best practices he could remember in summer. I think that says something. He's covered a lot of Purdue basketball, regardless. I don't think that's one of the things where you'd be like, okay, I don't agree with him there. I think he's just talking about what I'm seeing is a pretty high level in practice. So the next thing that I want everyone to remember about Meyer specifically is that he is a half step behind. We talk about messaging, things that you repeat. I've repeated this now. I talked about this on the quick cast on Friday night. And I think fans need to have just a little bit of patience. I'm not saying the guy's not going to be great this year. I'm saying he could be great by the middle of this season. But I think there's also a chance that the early season, there's some growing pains that are happening. Yeah. I can read between the lines about what people are saying. There's some growing pains that are happening. I think he would admit there are growing pains, but there's also just some pretty good flashes of brilliance from everybody's account too. And if you saw him play, you're like, man, he can do it all. The one thing is I think people are saying he's turned the ball over a little bit too much. And I think that comes with not knowing the system when you're surrounded by a bunch of dudes who really, really do know the system and they know what's being run all the time. He's learning. So that's a lot.
Yeah. I'm excited. It seems like the wings are because I think with Oscar Clough and with the guards that Purdue has, I think that's not really too much of a worry. Oscar Clough, but also TKR, is the foundation of this team.
TKR, according to every report, is that he is absolutely unstoppable.
He's going to be a beast, man.
Exactly.
This is what happens when you break your bones, against Zach Edey for your first 2 years of school.
It's all easy after that.
3 years of school. Yeah. But the backcourt obviously has been a thing for 4 years now, which is incredible to believe. This is going to be the 4th year of that backcourt. I can remember when they were the freshman with Zach Edey that hit the ground running, which was awesome. It does seem though like the wing rotation is something that is going to not be a problem, right? Harris seems to be the guy that is winning that spot, which is so cool. That is his style is such a great, a perfect fit. I think CJ Cox and Meyer off the bench is a fantastic backcourt combination. Again, they complement each other really well. The transfer from Florida, I think.
Florida, something else. Murphy.
Yeah. Oh, Liam Murphy. That's right. He's like a perfect 3-and-D, wing. It's this is, and then,
I think Harris has the real ability to play bully ball, which we haven't seen that in a while. He can do some things just annoy the hell out of people like Kramer used to, where you're just bodying people up, right? Frustrating. And they're saying he's D'ing people out to 90 feet. That's great. Both he and Cox. But the big thing with him is, man, he's got a frame. That's going to be fun to watch. And I think he's super motivated because so many people kind of have been looking the other way, right? Yeah. I think he wants to impress. It's really easy to forget how good he was in high school. Like in Atlanta, he was lighting the world on fire the last 3-4 weeks of that season. And he was playing against great competition. So all these guys have different reasons to be motivated, which is fun. That's the culture right there.
Earlier in the summer, we were hearing a lot about Antoine West and like some great stuff about him. And then, Purdue has, oh my gosh, the center, but Riley Burgess, Jack Benter, and then, oh my God, the shot blocking center. Why can't I think? I'm not in basketball mode.
Jacobson,
you're
not.
Now,
you're not. Like, and the thing is, this is the thing again.
But you got
to enjoy the fall.
But genuinely, this team
that's what you're saying.
This team is 12 players deep. This team has 12 starters.
Well, and since you guys have gone full bore into basketball, Nathan Dolink says, "I hope they talk about this new 3-star commitment." And that was Rivers Knight.
Yeah,
Rivers Knight,
6'8". He's a 3-star, but
my wife says, "What's with that name? Who's this guy?"
It's a great name.
I said, sounds like a superhero or something from a action movie, right? Something like that.
It's another one of those that it seems like the name generator on like College Football 25. Was like, how about Rivers Knight?
No, the thing that I like about this guy, here's another guy that is going to be a good Purdue fit because he was here's the guy. He was left for dead because of injuries. Like a lot of people backed off of him, and that chip on the shoulder is something that I think Painter really, really embraces. So this is a guy that was very, very, he had a lot of teams after him, and a lot of people cooled when he went through a couple injuries. So I think that Purdue has some room to get a guy that they can afford to redshirt for a year by design, and what's his name? Scott is the guy who a lot of people say could fill that same spot, but it feels to me like, I don't know anything about recruiting. I'm not going to speak.
I think you guys just touched on this, but Brennan says, do you think guys like Antoine West, Jack Benter, and Riley Burgess will get playing time?
Benter is definitely going to get playing time.
You've been on this for a long time.
I have been on this. And it really goes back to him being able to do things that are unexpected. He can play multiple positions. It's like the usability of some players that have been great role players in the last few years. He's got that. Plus, he's got the sneaky explosiveness. He's, like I said, I love the fact he tore a rim off the glass, and he can shoot. He's another one of those guys, and there's so many on this team that when they shoot, their misses look good. So, I'm all in for Jack Benter, and that's a guy that, from what his family tells me directly, they're like, well, he's a super motivated, quiet, hard worker, and I'm like, dang, that's a Purdue thing. But the good thing is you got some alpha types that are embracing the bright lights, and Matt Painter perpetually embracing the bright lights is something that I think should have everybody's attention. Everybody. So
we got a couple comments about, I guess tomorrow is Ogden. Ogden is supposed to. He's a Tennessee guy, right?
Yeah, and I think he's something like that. Yeah.
So
Texas, Tennessee, Purdue are his final three.
Okay. Well, I guess Scott and Ogden are both tomorrow.
Is Scott also tomorrow?
He said that last week, but
man, I mean, like again, he's a top 40. He's a top 40 guy.
We've broken a major rule that we have here. In the last 5 minutes. It's awful. What are we doing?
But again, why it feels okay to break that rule is that Purdue basketball, the roster is there, and Purdue basketball functions in a way that no other football, or I should say very few other football or basketball programs in this era can operate, which is that when Matt Painter recruits a player, they are going to be there. It is a better bet that they're going to be there for over 2.5 years than it is that they're going to transfer out.
And the program doesn't hinge on one of these guys committing. I think one of the things we used to hate about it was you don't want to talk about it and get excited about someone who may not end up coming on campus. But if he doesn't get all these guys, or he does get them and it's temporary, it's not like it derails the program.
I mean, it's the Gary Harris and Jaren Jackson lesson that Painter learned, which is that when you recruit and it's entirely built around one person, and you don't get that guy, like it
was painful.
Yeah, it threatens to derail an era, right? Or like a recruiting kind of cycle, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like, yeah, these guys can come, they cannot. It's fine. Purdue's going to be great. If you want to be great with us, like that's fine. But like this is now one of those programs, right?
I love this point.
The point here, Ben Carnahan says Ralph Scott was Painter doing a heat check on himself recruiting.
I agree. I completely feels like that.
Maybe, but like I don't think that he recruits people that are not Purdue guys. You know, sure. I think he's so trusting in that personnel evaluation side of things that I don't think that even for a great talent, I don't know. Like, I mean, Catchings was the case study here, right? Which is like all the talent in the world and had the approach to NIL and playing time that could derail the team. So he was like, yeah, all right. Like we'll walk away and it'll be fine.
Catching's so different than Scott in that it was a slow moving train derailing, right? Because we knew about him for years. I mean, he had always been a Purdue lean or, Purdue verbal. And then you start hearing the IU stuff and you hear about other programs. Then you start hearing him say things, through the grapevine. Scott is a guy that, he's really, really talented. And everybody who knows recruiting more than me says that's a one and done type guy. So that's the interesting thing to me that Purdue's that much of a player. He made the final 3 or 5 for a guy who's a one and done. So that's.
I mean, they're going to be the number one team. I love when people who don't really follow will say stuff to me like, "How Purdue's basketball going to be this year?"
Oh, we're going to be the title favorites.
Yeah, they're going to be number one to start the season, and I don't even hesitate to say that. Like,
if they're not 1, they're 2,
right?
And
they're not going to be 2. They're going to be 1. There's no who would be
Houston.
Over Duke?
Houston.
Yeah, Houston's really good. Houston's really good. It would be fun if that was the title game, Kelvin Sampson. It wouldn't be fun for me. I would like us to play Northwestern in the title game. That would be great.
Yeah,
I would love it.
A&M, Prairie View, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean like Northwestern in 1994?
Yeah, sure.
Northwestern now is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, they create problems for Purdue. So.
That's fair. They create problems for us. Yeah, exactly. California, Cal-U, Pennsylvania. That's right out here in my neighborhood. Yeah. I will take them in the title game. But
I never understand why Pennsylvania has so many schools that are named after other states. Does it make any sense to anybody? Is that
no? We got a Moon and we have a Mars, like on either side of Pittsburgh. This is all a Western Pennsylvania thing. None of this makes sense.
So you've got
California. We got Indiana,
Pennsylvania.
Indiana's up north. That's right.
What the heck?
Nothing. It doesn't make any sense.
The really weird one is Miami of Ohio of Pennsylvania. That one gets really
that's really weird. Yeah, what are they doing? It's just like they're trying to.
They just keep moving it. What if they opened a satellite campus out there? What would you call it? Mop.
Mop. That's right. It's Mop.
Yeah. Gets sticky with the tax situations. It's a state schools. Yeah. But Miami of Ohio is private. They could do it.
They can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever the heck they want. So. All right. So do you guys feel in the wake of that Illinois news that we were talking about, we can switch back to football?
Yeah.
How do you feel? What's your confidence right now? I would bet we're on a bit of a roller coaster we haven't really talked about this officially yet.
You can always talk yourselves into, because somebody in the comments said something about it may be more than before. It serves as a potential trap game because they just won that game and then they have Ohio State next after Purdue. So you're back on the trap train, right? And Purdue still had 2 weeks to plan for them. I think you can, and Purdue and Brown and team are looking, you're seeing things get better here and there each week. So, will they tackle? Well, I mean, I don't think Illinois, here's the other thing you can talk yourself into. I don't think Illinois, although they just beat USC, I don't think their talent is at the level of USC or Notre Dame as far as the athletes that they've got.
No.
Right. So I think you can stay with them in that sense. You're still going to have to do some, you have some, I don't know if I want to call it trickery, but you're going to have to do some out of the box
misdirection.
Thing. Yeah, misdirection. I think you're going to have to still do that. I think you still talk yourself into that. The game apparently started at 10.5 was the spread, and someone on the side said that it's down to 8. Like people are starting to think of it as a trap game. I think that's probably the right number, right? Because you don't know if you're an odds maker, you don't know what to make of Illinois right now. I don't think, right? You still are a little shaken by what you saw 2 weeks ago, but they definitely rebounded.
If you're a Purdue fan, what you're doing is hoping that they are looking at next week, which is Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, this is what we were hoping coming off of the IU game for Illinois coming off of the IU game, which is they are looking at USC and they're looking at Ohio State as the chances to make things up. And the trip to Purdue is something that they overlook. Again, Burt teams can do this, but I don't know, man. Like I was much more comfortable after, I thought they were trash.
Yeah.
And it turns out like maybe just IU's a great team and Illinois is just a really above average team, good team, solid, good team.
But what it looks like is exactly what you two both said, and what I know I said it, but anybody who would watch football just said they were overrated in the top 10. That's it. And that always muddies the water. Like people start, oh man, look at that number next to him. So yeah, it's
well, what do you feel like? You didn't answer your own question.
I don't feel very good about it.
I don't think
Wish I did. This is not a game, by the way. I know everybody. It's because of the way Walters handled Illinois and the way Braum always handled Illinois. Right? I think Purdue fans think that this is just kind of like
the way Hazel handled Illinois.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. So there's a history here, obviously, but I just don't feel that way this year. Like I just don't. I don't feel like it's a slam dunk. So
it's not a slam. There's no games left.
I don't even feel like it's a slam dunk. I'm not.
We're playing football, so it's not going to be a slam dunk.
Good point. That's a very.
There's no dunking. It's not allowed.
There's zero dunking. Exactly.
But those two Walters games against them, right? They beat the hell out of them.
That was fun.
Right.
And they came back on them. And what they lose that game? Like 51-49 or something?
Overtime.
It was overtime. Yeah.
But they both
that was
the high 40s. Like they're always wild. So I'll take a shootout.
Well, I think Brown will have confidence coming into this game.
Mm-hmm.
That's
because that was his game, right?
Yeah,
like that was the unexpected game from him. Which so that's the thing. I'm kind of watching.
So here, if you go back and you look, and I think if someone, I'm sure there are many people that just write down every word that I say.
Yes.
But if you go back and you look, yes, of course. You look at the 4 wins that I thought Purdue would have. I really never had Illinois in that group.
No, nobody had. Nobody is mentioning that.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just standing pat on that. I would have loved if they would have gotten beaten by USC. My perspective would be like, okay, this is a team that's circling the drain. They're struggling to find an identity. What they did last week is pretty great. So that shows a lot of
noon
will.
game. It's a noon game, and Illinois is traveling east. That always works in Purdue's favor.
That's right.
Right.
I mean, big travel. They'll be full of Beef House. They'll be full of Beef House, man.
Beef House is Purdue ownership. So
is it really?
They kick them out.
So then maybe don't stop at Beef House because we'll poison you, brother.
Exactly. You're probably going to get some laxatives in your beef.
Some laxatives in your beef.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Handel Jones says, please defense, force 1 point. I'm going to guess he meant punt.
Yeah, I think
it's hard to force a point, but I got you, Handel.
I think we'll force several points. I think there will be several points.
The defense will be,
ready.
Yes, we'll be responsible for points.
So is Handel and others? Is that enough? Just 1 punt? I don't think so. I think what we really want to see. I think we want to see. Let's get a pair of sacks. Maybe 3 punts.
What?
Sacks. Something that Jay loved in college. Yeah. And then maybe an interception. I don't know. Let's shoot the moon. Wild stuff. Yeah. Two sacks, interception, and 3 punts.
I think if you get sacks, interceptions, and punts,
that's just like that's a defensive game, by the way. This isn't crazy talk. I'm really not.
But that man, if you got a little bit of that against USC, it really levels the playing field.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and don't throw picks in the red zone. That's what I keep going back to. That game bugs me just because of the multiple turnovers in the red zone. You lost by 14? Like, man, that is a very different game. I mean, that happens.
Yeah. And USC, what they showed everybody, they're such an interesting team because Lincoln Riley has a major problem on his hands that he's had for a couple of years, and that the fact that he cannot field the defense. He doesn't care about defense clearly. And then when they need their defense to step up and do something, they won't. Just won't. And so he's got a major problem. You're like, okay, you got athletes, you've got exciting offense, you've got a great offensive mind, and you're not going to win anything significant. So,
I guess not. But I still think Lincoln's a great coach.
He's going to have a run in him. Don't worry, it's going to be at LSU when he takes that job. And
would that be enough sizzle for them?
I think so. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, especially after Kelly. Like, Who they are sick of.
They are
Speaking
sick
of,
of him.
speaking
He
of,
did it to himself. What a tool.
what's our boy in at Ole Miss? Man, he just keeps winning. What's your boy Jay Money? He just keeps winning.
That dude, man, he just wins football games.
Lane is really good. Again,
he's entertaining as hell. You can dislike him, but he's entertaining. And the game needs guys like him.
He knows how the game is played now. He knows how silly it all is, and he kind of seems to lean into that. And by the way, recruit and win. And I said something about how does Florida, or I mean, I don't think Oklahoma State, but how does Florida not take a huge swing at him? And Anish made a great point. He said, Ole Miss is kind of like that's another one that's in a weird little like band, right? You get money and resources and a great fan base and support. And yet, if he keeps doing what he's doing, 9-10 wins a year, he's not going anywhere because they're in the conversation all the time.
Right.
You know, like, and when they didn't make the playoff last year, he went out there and, you know, campaigned and acted like they'd been wronged when they really hadn't earned their way in. And I mean, it's a really good point.
I'm not entirely convinced that you leave Ole Miss for Florida, and that's kind of a wild statement. Like I think like if you would have looked 5-10 years ago, right?
Right. It's and Ole Miss historically was a good program, like historically way back, right? So them being back where they are, maybe it is that good of a job. I don't know, but I don't think is Mississippi easier to recruit than Florida? I don't think so. It's more talent in Florida.
But it has the LSU thing where they are the you know, Mississippi State is there, but they are the flagship. They are the flagship program, right? It's not Georgia, it's not LSU, it's not Ohio State.
But only a few are. But only
exactly. That's why in my eyes those are the best jobs in the country, because you are the sole you are the flagship school in a talent rich
with no pro sports in many cases.
Exactly. Ole Miss is bordering on that, you know, and so it's like that's a great gig. So I don't know, man. Lane is really good. He's
in a great position to be Lane right now too.
That's it.
They love it. They let him be himself. But so would Florida. Florida would love that swagger.
Yeah. They got a history. They got a history of that swagger, right?
Yeah, he fits their mold. He's a Spurrier type guy. Yeah. JP Boiler says he's calling it now. We beat Illinois Saturday. JP, we're going to remember that. You're going to get full marks if that happens because you called it.
And the cash bonus we always talk about.
That's right. That's right. If you predict the game correctly, you get a cash bonus from Boiled Sports. That's true.
It's actually you get money back off your subscription.
That's right. So you get a free.
It's just like cash. Spends like cash.
Boiled Sports bucks.
It's a Bitcoin. It's crypto. It's a crypto.
Boiled Sports crypto. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Boiler down. This is your next Photoshop is the Boiled Sports coin, BS coin.
The amount of time that's spent, I want you all to know, on thumbnail work for none of you to notice or appreciate it. Some of the ones we got in the can right now we're good through. Aren't we good through basketball season at this point?
Deep into basketball. Yeah. So I'll get inspired and then I'll just work till 3 a.m. on thumbnails. Somebody said it's
work.
I love doing it. I mean, you guys know it. Like, and so like it's a combo of like I use like 3 pieces of software when I use an AI. When I get an AI image, like I'm trying to clean it up and add some things to it and make it a little more accurate. Sometimes though, as you guys have seen, we love bad AI when we put our faces in and say make these guys whatever, and then it's like not even close. That's pretty fun.
It's the version of the bad Photoshop, like the intentional bad Photoshop.
It's one of my favorite things.
It's so good. The one where you're carrying us as babies, or someone's carrying us as babies,
and that's bad. That's
great.
Totally
awful Photoshop.
So bad.
It's the best.
And the funny thing is, the one that's my mom's body holding my nephew and my son. That original photo. If you look, I had to change like the hands because they had women's rings on them and like this great women's jewelry on the wrist. A tiny little women's watch originally.
I'm gonna just pull back the curtain just slightly. The thumbnail, and we're gonna use it for more than the thumbnail because it's so good for the Purdue Washington week.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
We were talking about what it could be, and
is there any particular reason why we are talking about that game?
Who knows? Who's to say? There's no reason
to say. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? A road trip.
Who knows? Why? It could be. Maybe
Any road game could be a road trip.
any
Well,
road game.
if you guys have jobs that you can easily road trip 3,000 miles,
Sure.
it's easy, it's simple.
We got the private jets. We got the BS jet.
Yeah. Yep.
Bullies.
How do we do it?
All of
BS
you.
bucks.
BS bucks.
That's
it. BS bucks, which you can spend at AJ's.
Yeah. Well, so is there anything that you guys saw on Saturday that continues a ongoing surprise or something you're just like, I can't believe this is still happening, it's being proven out, or something that I tell you what, Alabama to me is maybe the most interesting team in all America, because you're like, okay, I'm in the group that I was like, oh, this doesn't look good, right? And I'm okay with them not being good, but man, they look great. So I don't know if that surprises me that they come back from the dead, but
and the fact that they somehow own Georgia, it's really weird.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Jason says this is legitimately the best weekend of college football I can remember in a long time. A lot of great games down to the wire. It's interesting that you're saying it was the best college football weekend you can remember in a long time when Purdue was not playing. But I'm not going to make a big deal out of that.
Honestly, you don't have to worry about it. That's the thing.
That is what makes it so fun, because you're like, I don't have any stress. This is all gravy.
This is great. Every weekend should be like
there are 3 groups of games, right? 3 clusters of games on Saturdays, right? By kickoff. The first group, those noon kickoffs, had like 2 that either went into overtime, came down to last possession, or I think that's right. The second group was a little more dead, if I remember correctly. Maybe there's 1 in there. And then the third group was incredible again.
The night games were great.
They're all happening at once. Alabama and Georgia was happening at the same time as Oregon and Penn State, and it was coming down to the wire at the exact same time. It was awesome, going back and forth, picture in picture, whatever. So. Jason also makes a comment here about Virginia Tech, who, before I bring the comment up, won their second straight game since they fired Brent Pry. They're now 2-3, and they look like hyped. They are like knocking down. I guess they beat our old friend Dave Doran at NC State, who's been at NC State for what, like 10 years now?
This is the Barry Odom comp. I think we may have our Dave Doran, which is, it is what it is.
It's fine. It's just
it's great. It's fun.
But he says Jimbo Fisher to Virginia Tech makes too much sense. He's from Virginia, and I thought he was from West Virginia, but maybe
he's from West Virginia. Yeah. Yes, correct.
They're all the same to Jason. They just
but what Virginia? What is West Virginia is just East West Virginia.
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah. This is East Virginia we're talking about. Jimbo to Tech. I mean, that'd be an inspired hire in the sense of like you're reaching.
Oh, that's a name, man.
Yeah, it's a name, right?
If I was Tech, I would go.
Do you have to pay him since he's already had such a huge buyout? You probably just do it like.
Wouldn't that be a great negotiation? Be like, look, we know you got $75 million to go away.
Right. Right. The funny thing is, you could, what you could do?
You could make $75,000 in a tenured professorship here. How about that?
And you get some sort of weird motivation for every different type of win. Like your bonus structure is absurd, right? You get like your base salary is 100,000, but you're going to win you're going to get like $2 million for beating this team. And then it's going to be like $5 million for beating this team, right? You could do whatever you want. Cause you're like, if this happens, we're going to have butts in the seats. Yeah. We can do whatever we want because we're already paying low. That'd be fun. Jimbo Fisher has that same agent, right? That
Jimbo. And again, I know this is I think he is taking cues from Les Miles. This could very much be a Les Miles, Kansas situation if anybody hires Jimbo after this.
You think?
You think
he's done?
I can sense it.
I think he's.
You hear him in interviews, or he's on XM all the time, and he doesn't have like a regular.
Washed, absolutely.
You think he's washed?
I do too.
Scrambled.
Yeah, I'm totally with that.
His egg is scrambled.
So Florida doesn't make a swing to just stick it to Florida State?
No, that would be the swing would be for Lane. Like you go poach Lane from a top 5 team.
So Adam McComb, Roy McComb says, and this is a football question about Purdue and Indiana. He says, how many more eyes do we see out of the bucket before we get it back? Could be quite a few. I mean, yeah, could be.
I mean, if they keep him, but yeah, man, IU's really good. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to be. I don't think any of us here are like blind haters to the point where it's like, man, I even on the other side of Cignetti.
But go on.
Even on the other side of Cignetti, he is a perfect. Like Tom Crean wasn't evil enough to hate. You know what? He wasn't hateable enough. Tom Crean, I miss him. I miss him in my life. Right? Sig loves being the enemy. He loves being hated. He is a perfect villain.
That may make me hate him less somehow.
I know.
I don't know when it happened. It happened like I felt these kind of like not so awful feelings about him.
Kind of
After all the
this is
Google Me
perfect.
shit,
Let me ask my question then. This is perfect because I almost asked you guys this in our group chat, and then I thought, no, I'm going to save this one. So, you know how we play the game sometimes where we're like, we've joked about this many times, like who would Notre Dame or IU have to be playing in a right for you to pull for them? And even in your heart, you're never going to cheer for them, but every game you watch involuntarily,
Freeman's
there's a part of you that's like, I want this team to score.
Freeman's testing it.
Sometimes you find yourself being like, wow, am I pulling for that team? Wow, I guess I am.
Here's the thing. All you need is like 10 minutes on Twitter to be reminded.
Yes. But I got a good one for you.
Man, this fan base, man, I
got a good one.
They're hilarious because they act like they've been here forever. And then shut up, dude. Shut up, little guy.
I'm in my happy place back at this stadium. I'm like,
shut up. You didn't come here. Nobody did.
No, my question is, because I was looking ahead at Jimmy Franklin's schedule, and he's only got like one or two more tough games. He's gonna end up with 10 wins. There's no doubt, right?
Oh, I see the game you're talking about.
I see what you're doing.
He's gonna play Indiana in a couple weeks.
I think you know who I'm rooting for here. And it's a disaster.
Teeth kicked in by Indiana.
It's a disaster. I think the funniest possible thing would be if SIG beats Penn State by 40. Like there wouldn't. I honestly, like in my lifetime watching college sports,
that scenario. I really can't.
That might be the funniest thing that's ever happened.
See, here's the thing: you guys not being in the state of Indiana right now,
100%.
I think it loses its punch. I've told you, maybe I have, like literally my court, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses. There's one Purdue family and 4 IU families. Last week. They were this week. They're tailgating for IU on their driveway, like a lot of them, and they're not bad. They're not bad people. They're not bad neighbors at all. I love my neighbors. But that said, I don't have any time
bad
for this.
People is what they are.
Yeah, awful. Yeah, not bad neighbors, awful people. It's
correct.
No, they're great people, but I can deal without this. That's the thing. It's like I'd rather this not be happening. Sure.
Yes, correct.
Well, so maybe it's one of those games where I've made this comment before, where it's like if there's a pounding in either direction, it's kind of funny, it's kind of entertaining because one of them gets beat up. That's what I want. One of them has to lose, and that's great.
Yeah, for me, I'm and I know I always talk about the bigger picture with Penn State, but I would say I'm rooting for Penn State.
Okay.
I understand. I may be leaning that way because I am a Pennsylvania resident and I am a Pitt.
Big Penn State guy.
Pitt pays my bills, and a Pitt alum in theory.
What's that got to do with anything?
I just don't want Penn State to win.
That used to be a great rivalry. It used to be a great rivalry.
And it's cool, and I root for chaos, and there is no more chaotic situation. If Penn State just boringly beats IU, there's no fun in that. There's no fun in that. If IU wins by 43 points, nothing would be funnier.
It would not be good for our existence.
It wouldn't be good. I didn't say it'd be good.
It'd be really bad.
I can think of many things that are hilarious but are terrible.
Right.
Gallows humor type things.
Right. There are a lot of people guaranteeing Signetti goodness over Penn State, and I think that's foolishness.
Rob White says he doesn't think there's anyone he'd cheer for IU to beat. Now, we used to posit this. For me, it was Notre Dame football and IU basketball. Is there anybody you'd want to see them beat? And the answer for me is
Ohio State. No. Ohio State. The two teams that I hate in football, it's not even close. More than anybody else is Ohio State and Notre Dame. And then it is strangely.
You just hate that. Do you have family in Ohio or something?
I just hate Ohio State. I just viscerally hate Ohio State.
I don't like them, but I don't.
I get it.
This is like I told this story before.
I think they're easier to hate with Meyer than they are with Day.
Yes.
I think agree. They aren't anything with Day. Ryan Day, you could do. He's an empty vessel. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, they're you
know what he is? Because I've said this before. I made the comparison because of the way his beard is so fakely colored. But he is the bad guy in a movie that he's going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Eventually, you're going to this will end poorly. Ohio State's going to run him out of town. It's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. Until then, he's just maniacally laughing and no one's scared.
This is a good point that Afros says. He says, Afmos, he says, we want Sig to be awesome so that a big program swoops in and gets him out in Indiana. Yeah, I guess in a short term, if it happens after this year.
There's a lot of sizzle in that Penn State win if that happened. That's a good point.
And then Brent asks, would we, and this is a funny one, would we be more pissed to lose by 20 to IU or get shut out by Walters at Washington? Well, buckle up, my friends, because both are on the table.
Washington looks pretty good.
Yeah, I may have been wrong about that at the beginning of the season. Remember when I was wrong? Remember when I was wrong? I think I was wrong.
One time, I can't.
I think I was wrong. I think Washington's good.
I think they are. There's more analysis may be needed.
We'll see. More data. More data.
You may have to see them in person.
I may have to
really make a decision.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, correct.
Right. Oh man, what else, guys? Anything else? You got anything else?
I don't know. I'm looking to see if there's any other stories that we're missing, because I know we have very fun, entertaining conversations when we're not on here. I think I like our text threads; they're funny. Even Michael, even Dave was participating recently.
Yeah, Dave found his phone after 6 months.
That's the best thing ever. That's such an old man thing. It was so good.
He's like, I hadn't opened.
Many of you are saying, "Who's Dave?" We're like,
Dave. Don't worry about it. None of your business.
Exactly.
Is who Dave is.
Yeah.
Jason Ron has had a couple comments up tonight. This is from a while ago, and we were talking about Odom, and he says Odom wants no part of that SEC madness again. I don't know how you could say that. I don't think you can say that with any authority. I think that
nobody has any. Honestly, we don't know. I think we hope is that Odom is the guy he looks to be. He looks like a guy that he's like totally a Purdue guy, totally a fighter. Tough, old school guy. We love him at Purdue. We love that mentality at Purdue. It's a good fit, So, but I just, man, there's so many stories that I just keep saying. I'm like, I just don't know everything about these people. It's not that I'm not disparaging anybody. I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, you can't say things like that he wants no part of that. These guys, they like challenges. They like being admired. They like being wanted. I mean, so and if somebody throws a boatload of money at him this year or next year, I don't think he's in a position where Purdue's going to say, we'll match anything. I don't think they're there right now.
No.
Right. No. So I don't think you can say he wants no part of that. I think he's been there. He's a different coach now. I do think there's risk. of that, but I don't think it's a splashy enough hire for most of those jobs.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's Dave Doran. Nobody's going to throw a parade because they hired Dave Doran away from NC State. You know what I mean?
Which is why he's still there.
Yeah, and he's doing fine.
That's why Odom was such a good hire at Purdue, I think, for multiple reasons, but the fact you needed a calming force, right? Yeah. And so we need a couple of years of things just to settle down and get in a groove and get some identity, start understanding what this program is going to be about. Right now, we don't know anything. We just don't. Somebody brought this up in the comments. It's a great comment. Boy, I wish I could remember it. Great comment. I'd give him credit. I know he's bald like me. That's all I can remember. But he said Odom wanted to run the ball and stop the run, and he hasn't been able to do it either.
I know. We need Devin to break. I want a 100-yard game from Devin, happening this week or next week.
Just to get that talk back going about. Everybody wants to see Maccabee succeed. Every Purdue fan wants to see him succeed. Yeah. So him getting back in that talk where he's being taken seriously there is a big deal.
So I have one other pinned comment that and we may wrap soon, right? We're kind of
we're getting close.
Brian T asks, serious question. You always know when you preface it with serious question.
Man. Oh, I saw this. This is serious. It's very serious.
Serious question. If the Boilers do make it to the Final Four, will you all be in Indy for it?
I don't care for this city. I don't care for Indianapolis.
You don't ever even come to Indianapolis for anything.
That will be there regardless, whether Purdue's in the Final Four or not. That's
right. Will there be a new Bourbon Fest? Who knows?
Who can say?
Yeah. Here's the thing about all these type of plans that everybody's making right now. I can't get into this yet. And the funny thing is, 6 months ago, I could get more into it than I can now. Now,
because it's real now.
Yep.
Because it's like, oh no, we got to actually do this. Yeah. We might be the number one team in the country, the title favorites, and we got to go wire to wire and do the UConn thing from a couple of years ago. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Goodness, I don't know what I would do mentally if that starts showing itself about midway through the season.
If it was one of those seasons that we've dreamed of, which is just like there are no dramatic moments.
I probably think that the internet rumors of the rapture had happened, and this is just all.
Honestly, I'm in. If this is the way that it has to happen,
This is the end of it all. Yeah,
I'm here. I'm in. Like
Yeah.
I don't have to.
And then they'll lose a game to Northwestern in February, and Boiler Dad will
Everybody's
be besieged
gonna
with
be
comments in the post game,
just-
and he'll be having to talk
dude,
everybody off the
TKR
ledge.
already addressed the Rutgers thing, which is great.
Did he?
Did he?
He did.
I
He
didn't
did
see
in
that.
practice. It was great. He said, he goes, everybody's talking about, are you going to beat this? Like he's talking about ranked teams and whatever. And he goes, Rutgers is a team that is pretty upset minded, and they've done it before. He was like totally direct with it. I mean, this team, these are not dodos. They've been through like every damn scenario.
That's it.
Every loss is a court storming again.
Right. Back at it.
They've already been. There is no. The core of this team has already been through, I think, the highest stress Purdue season that we will ever see.
Yes,
I agree.
So it's like these guys are at least a core
It's
three.
the highest stress season in the history of the program.
Yeah,
2 years.
I
ago.
think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
I think so.
and this year I don't think it's seen that way. I think it's
No.
like no, we'll take on anybody. Let's do it.
Right.
And
Completely different mentality, and I love it.
Can I just tell you how much I appreciate Zach Edey? Just like out of nothing. Just
What do you think about his new
apropos
tattoo?
nothing. I love it. I love the train. I love everything. Just Zach is perfect. Zach, Jaden, Carson are perfect human beings. There's never been anything wrong with any of them.
nope.
And I love them all dearly.
That's a lot. So by the way, I made a reference a second ago to something you guys might not. There was a real in Christian internet circles. There was a bizarre.
It was wild. What's going on?
It's
okay.
dumb.
This is an off-air conversation. This is an off-air
Let me just say
conversation.
that
Doesn't sound like it.
And it's dumb. This is really dumb, and it honestly shouldn't get any oxygen. But I gave it oxygen. It's my fault. I apologize to everybody.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's hilarious that people do this. I could get into scripture reason why you shouldn't do that, but stupid garbage.
What happened? Did I miss
Oh,
it?
Don't worry
I'll have
about
to-
it.
you
Don't
did.
worry about it. We'll talk
And we'll
about
talk
it off
about
air.
it.
This is
Yeah.
for the Patreon subscribers only.
That's right. Boiled Sports After Dark. You guys can all tune in to the conversation.
Yeah, it's
Just
a
look
link.
for it. You'll find it on Patreon. Someone's
Ben
gonna look for
Carnahan
that.
says, and this is true, what's the niche line from the Edey team? Every win is meaningless and every loss is an indictment.
That's great. It's one of the best one-liners Anish has ever had. He's
But
had a
then,
lot of stuff.
then the Tennessee game happened, and it was like that. I mean, that win. The
I have the
just-
picture right back here.
I was actually shopping for a replacement for this guy, which is Gene Katie and Three Amigos in the history
you were
of
going to
Purdue
replace
basketball.
Dean Katie?
I'm just going to put him right here. But this is the place for Zachary. I already have
You mean
Carson back
That
here.
picture right there? That
I
one?
think it's
That's the
one of
block.
them. It's
That's the
one of
block.
them. I see it. I have the no joke. I have the the
Exponent. Yes.
exponent frame. Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff to take away from that. That's going to be when we're old men. We'll still talk about that. So
Oh, gosh.
when we're old men, some
When?
of us would say you're already there.
Mm.
Well, thanks to everybody tuning in live tonight. Thanks to my fellow handsome co-hosts Jay and Anish. Hope you guys have a great evening, and I hope this doesn't get cut off. I mean it. I love you guys. Good night.
Why does it get cut off?
Yeah, it gets cut off.
All right.